It's been a year. A year ago, August, I was sitting in San Diego. About the best, didn't even know how to spell RV, about as rookie as you could possibly get. Didn't know how to do the dump tanks. I didn't know anything. Didn't even know how to fill a propane. That filling a propane tank costs a whole lot less than replacing it. I didn't know anything. And man, so much has happened in the last year. And some of it good, some of it not so good. But one thing I can say, it's been changing so quickly since just when I started last year that I don't know if what I'm going to tell you now is going to be relevant 6 months from now. It's just been that, inflation has so far outpaced wages that so many people have joined the nomad group, the mobile domiciles, as the government would like to call us. Um, you know, we can't even rent. So that has changed a lot in just the last 12 months. One of the huge differences in the last 12 months has been the cost of fuel. You know, I think when I got to Yuma last year, I was paying like $2.75 a gallon for gas. I'm out here getting ready to make my trip back that way, and in California, in San Diego, it's like $5.75, almost $6. So the price of gas has definitely put a damper on how much travel I do, especially in a rig that gets like 7 miles to the gallon. So I'm not traveling much. One of the things I realized, if you're going to do a lot of traveling, make sure whatever you choose for your rig gets good gas mileage. The thing that's been on the forefront of my mind for the last year, no matter where I go, has been weather. Extreme temperatures, when it's 110, 115 outside, it gets to be about like 130, 140 inside your rig. And you got an AC that sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. Well, when sometimes doesn't, can be deadly. So temperature, weather. While I was up in Provo, I had to worry about fires. And then as soon as is it always this way? That as soon as the fires go and they get them under control, the next thing you have is flood and rain? I mean, the rains could have come a little bit earlier and helped the firefighters, but no. Once they get it under control and have it almost taken care of, then the floods come. The other thing I realized early on is it doesn't seem like, well, I've been in the Southwest and Utah. In both places, it's windy. So wind gets to be a bit of a concern. If nothing else, all the Southwest dirt and dust comes inside your rig when it gets windy. Haven't had to worry about tornadoes, except last year I was in the Oklahoma Panhandle right during tornado season, and not a place I wanted to be. Traveling around, the other thing I noticed in the last year, when did campgrounds get to be more expensive than staying in a hotel? When did staying in your own RV with hookups get to be more expensive than parking in a hotel and getting a room with a king-size bed and free breakfast and air conditioning and all of that? I mean, even in a little place like Yuma, right now, RV places are $40 plus electric, and when it's 115, electric's going to be like 30 bucks a month. So, I mean a day. And you can get a good hotel room for 60, 70 bucks. So, you know, hotels are cheaper than RV sites, and the deluxe RV sites. Oh my goodness. 150 bucks for a campground? Mm-mm. Not me. I don't have the money for that. Oh, this was a big one because I've seen it. Now, number one, California has become the least popular state for RVers. But most big cities are starting to put in all kinds of ordinances against RVers. Um, a lot of big cities are having a hard time making ends meet, and man, you know, it's revenue. Go after the RVers. They got money. No, we don't. But there's all kinds of, you know, people trying to, you know, just since the beginning of time, you want to make money, you go to the big city. And that's what people are still doing now, you know. They're broke, they go to the big city. They can't afford to live there. So what do? They try to live in their car, their RV, their Sprinter van, et cetera, et cetera. And the cities are saying, nope. You know, there's no place in San Diego now that lets you sleep overnight without getting a knock on the door, it seems like. I mean, it wasn't that bad a year ago. It's a lot worse now. Go. Now, this is my personal experience. When I was up in Provo, you know, it was a BLM, supposed to be there 14 days. I stayed a little over 2 months. And it's interesting because the Rangers were ticketing people left and right around me, hauling people out of there, but they were just, you know, they'd wave and say hey to me because, number one, I didn't look like I was homesteading. I kept my site really meticulous. As a matter of fact, once a week, I'd go out and pick up all around the place. And they appreciated that. And they appreciated that, you know, I was friendly to them. I'd say, hi, how you doing? You know, is there anything I can do to help you? Is there any place I needed to clean that you think I needed to work on or anything like that? And they let me stay because they needed that place cleaned. And I was nice. And the other reason I think they let me stay towards the end was because, man, everything was on fire. So they took a little pity out on us, I think, and let us hang out because it was wild. I mean, the Cottonwood fire and all those fires, it was crazy there. And under those circumstances, I think the Rangers were like a little more lenient. The other thing, RV repairs, gee whiz. You know, you might as well just empty your pockets and just write them a blank check because in the last year, I allocated maybe $6,000 at the most for RV repairs, and I spent every penny of it and then some. I had a transmission go out, cost me $3,000. I had what I thought were out of alignment front end tires, and they'd gotten out of a line so bad that they had to be replaced, and they were $250 a piece. Plus they had to do ball joint work and all this other stuff, and by the time I got done with the tires, it was like $1,700 for what I thought was just going to be a realignment, an $85 realignment. And there's a YouTube video out there on that just took me by surprise. So for this coming season, I think I'm going to budget $10,000 for repairs and pray that it doesn't get to be that bad. And one thing I'm really getting some concern about, because I'm starting to see YouTube videos on this, is that the LTVAs, you know, the stuff down in the Arizona desert, they're overwhelmed. There's too many people coming down there, and too many people are trashing the place. The dumpsters are being overfilled. The dump stations are being overrun. They've reached capacity, and I think more. So, and the people there have become more rude, and dirt, and just I don't know. It just seemed like 5 or 6 years ago, those of you who were going to quartzsite, you know, it was more like a kumbaya moment, and everybody got along and we kept everything clean and we were happy and all that. And now people go there and there's politicking and there's fights and there's people driving around in their ATVs just going crazy, and it's become like a kegger. It's a party place, and it's not what I want. So I hope the LTVAs stay there and they make stricter rules and get rid of some of the riffraff, I guess I'd call it. And finally, here's the tidbit that most of you probably didn't know. Who started the work campers? You know, this whole get a job and they'll pay you a little bit and you can park your RV there and get you know, electric and all of that. Who started all this? Would you believe it was Amazon in 2008 at the Amazon warehouse? They were taking seasonal workers, and if you were in an RV or a SUV or something, they'd let you park overnight and they bring you electricity and water, all that stuff. And so Amazon started this whole thing, but they quit it. They stopped in 2022. But did you guys know that? So things are changing. And this is just a snapshot. And even in just this last 12 months, it's changed a lot. So I don't know what I'll be saying 12 months from now, but I'm still going to try it. I love the desert. I can't wait to get there and for the temperatures to go down. And God willing, the weather and my rigs, the weather stays comfortable and my rig stays together. And I have a winter season down in Yuma that isn't going to cost me an arm and a leg this year. I'll be able to build up my savings so that come next summer, I'll actually be able to do some traveling, you know, go see some other places, and hopefully by then we get over this, whatever's going on with the gas prices, and they come down a little bit, you know. Either that or I might have to, I can't afford another rig. But so that's me rambling about the last 12 months. I'm right back where I started from. I'm in this little park. It's a regional park, Springwater Regional Park. It's really cool. $45 a night for full everything, $37 for everything but the dump. There's a dump station on sites though, you know. And it's a regional park, so you're not going to see it in the state or national parks. So I'll do a video. I'll do a walkthrough on it later. And man, it's a hidden gem in San Diego. I'll be back here again next year because I just love it. So those were my thoughts over the last 12 months. I'll keep posting if you keep watching. Thank you so much. Bye.